Hello everyone, this is Randy here again, another episode of Farming Simulator 15, and we are not playing on the Bauer home map. As you may have guessed already, we are playing on a slightly different map. Which, yeah, if you guys looked at the title, you probably already know what the map is. We are playing on the MIG map, made in Germany. This is version 0.92 or something like that. Or 9.1, yeah, 0.91 or something like that. It's a beta version, or supposedly it's beta version. This was a map that got released for. Let's see. I think we can go this way. Sure, we can go this way. This was a map that was released for 2013 as well, so not necessarily a new map. But I think it's probably one of the better map that's been released for FS15 so far. Now, I can't say I've really played much of it on 2013, at least not YouTube-wise. I did not do any recordings for it. So I'm assuming the map's probably very identical to 13. Can't say 100% for sure, though. As you can see, it looks like most, if not all, the fields are planted. And we do have the multi-spray mod installed. And what that is that is weeds. And as you can see, we do have, I think there's weeds in here. At least there's weeds in the outside edge here anyway. Not sure, you might not be able to see them in the canola here because it looks like they're probably about the same color. Anyway, yes, supposedly we have the multi-spray mod. There's a bunch of other odds and ends in this map as well, so. And we've got a couple modded tractors and combines to start with. Speaking of which, I should probably reduce that amount of money. Yeah, I just gave myself $10 million to start with here. So we got some equipment bought and already kind of set up for. Now, I do plan on continuing the Bauer home map, so don't worry about that. We will be continuing on that. I'm not sure exactly the frequency of how often I'll do this, but we'll just kind of alternate it back and forth a little bit here. And as far as I know, this is the farmyard area here, I believe. Not 100% sure. It's also the store icon, so store slash farmyard, same thing, I guess. Anyway, you'll notice one thing. I am without the drive control mod. For some reason, there is something that conflicts with that. I don't know what, unfortunately, so I've gotten rid of the drive control mod. So that is gone, unfortunately. Say I don't know what. I don't think it's one of the mods that's conflicting, because all the mods I've already had, so I don't really have any new mods. The only differences are the mods that come with this map and the map itself. So I'm thinking something somewhere is conflicting, but I don't know what, unfortunately. I did take out some of the mods that came with the map because like there was an odometer. There's also a growth control, which I don't think I have that in here. I'll have to double check that. We'll find out when the crops grow, I guess. I think I left that out as well. But I'll have to say I kind of, drove just a quick around the map. Seems like a very nice looking map in my opinion. I think it's probably a direct convert from 2013. The mod author obviously did do a little work on it, updated some of the scripts. I'm sure I doubt these scripts worked natively in 15, but we do have some crops that are growing, some that are ready. I'll just go over the vehicles I got. This is in game here, the Lamborghini. I think it was 220 horsepower or something like that. Don't recall exactly. As you can see, in-game piece of equipment here. Looks, I would have to say, quite nice. And then we got, of course, some John Deere's. Can't be without John Deere's, folks. I mean, that's like a necessity. This tire here looks a little lame. Tires on the rest of them look pretty good, though. They all got like the same tires. I'm not sure why that is, but they all look the same. Well, we got the John Deere 6170. Again, I believe this is probably a direct convert from 2013, or at least I'm sure. I don't recall seeing this one in 2013. I think this is a 6130. But the 8530 and the 6170, I believe, are direct converts. This one probably is too, but I just don't recall seeing it. That's probably what the case with that one is. So yes, we got some John Deere, so we're not John Deere lists for a change. You can actually see the splines on that PTO shaft. That looks pretty good. You can see the ones on that one too. Again, these, are some of the better looking mods in 2013, so. I have to say, though, I think the in-game equipment still looks a little bit better. In-game equipment, though, is definitely a lot more shiny, reflective and stuff, so that might be kind of sort of why. Just kind of looking at him here, though. Anyway, getting the tractor here. Interior, this one doesn't look too bad. It seems a little plain and dark up front here, but this is a big tractor. I don't recall the horsepower. Now we got some hydraulics up front there. This is a two-wheel drive one. If you guys hadn't guessed that already, you can usually tell the two-wheel and four-wheel drives by the tires they have up front. I thought that looked kind of cool to get a two-wheel drive one for a change. Yeah, the front tires do look a little dull on the front of here. It's kind of unfortunate. The rest of the model does look quite nice. Just the tires on the front of it, though, look a little lame. It does have the front loader. This is the in-game front loader that goes on here, by the way. In the cab, again, not too bad. It's a John Deere 6130. And all these mods should be in the description below. Just click on the mod list description there, and it should be links to all this stuff, including the map. To double check that, I'm pretty sure I got it in there anyway. And then the 6170. Now we got it says radio up there. Okay, good. That way there should be no confusion about that being a radio. And other equipment, we got corn header here. This is in-game planter. Again, in-game planter, Vaderstad. I don't have a whole lot of modded implements yet, so kind of have to work on that a little bit. There hasn't been a whole lot of, in my opinion, great implements coming out yet. Got the in-game plow. And then one modded implement. We do have a modded cultivator here. The Villa Chisel Plow. Or Villa Chisel Plow, I'm not sure how you say that, but this was a rather nice looking chisel plow in 2013. Came out towards the very end there. Got converted over, I'm sure. I very much doubt it's a new one, so. The only thing in 2013, I'm sure you guys probably have seen me use this. I have used it in 2013. But in 2013, I converted it from a cultivator to a plow. It's called, a chisel plow, so it's like, I might as well make it a plow. And it does kind of have the looks of an actual chisel plow. So that's why I considered it a plow in 2013 and actually converted it to it. Thought about doing that here too, except for the fact I do need a cultivator. So it's like, we'll use it for a cultivator this time around. Sprayer. Got the same width as the pellet one, so it's like, we'll give this one a try. See how it works. Looks like a lot of knobs and doohickeys here. Imagine that's a fill gauge. I'm interested to see if that works. I'm guessing it does. Just a guess. Amazon. Got a Flygle trailer, a Flygle manure spreader. I'm not 100% sure if this one just hauls it or spreads it. From the looks of it, I'm going to say it spreads it, just from the looks of these doohickeys up here. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't used it yet. In-game, by the way. And then we got a Peterbilt truck, 378, I believe it was. You guys have seen me use this already. I'm using it on the Bjorn home map, so. And then somewhere around here, I got the combine. Should probably get this. Yeah, I don't have anything set up yet with the vehicle switcher mod, so I'll have to work on getting that set up. Oh, and the one thing I was going to get, forgot to get it. I was going to grab auger wagon. Let's buy that. Nice thing with the store being right here, there it is. And by there it is, it's right in front of us. Oh, we'll grab, who shall we grab? Probably the 8530 would be the best to pull it, I'm going to say. And I'm going to have to see if I can try and troubleshoot why the drive control mod doesn't work. I am not 100% sure why I don't. Unfortunately, the game crashes when you load this map with it, so it's kind of disappointing. Kind of an interesting sound on this tractor. I think it sounds better than it did in 2013, if you ask me. Of course, there were multiple versions of this tractor in 2013, so I don't know if the one I have here is exactly the same as the one I had in 2013. Hard to say. I have to say it looks very identical, so if it's not, it's at least real close to the one I had. I think I'm going the right way. Got the combine parked. Oh, yes, there. I can see the combine up ahead. Oh, we got some brake sounds there. That's kind of cool. Okay, and there's our combine. This is really, unfortunately, the only modded combine I've seen that was somewhat... There is a John Deere W330. Though, disclaimer there, it's actually the in-game... not that button. This button. The John Deere W330 out there is just a reskin of this combine here. So it's like, I really didn't want that. And I really didn't see any other good combines. I was kind of looking for John Deere combines, of course, too. So... Not to be, brand specific or anything, but we were going for John Deere. John Deere header, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really take the time to look, but I'm pretty sure this is just a reskin of one of the in-game ones. I'm not, let's take a look here a minute. Let's see, I'm guessing it's probably one of these two. Actually, I'm guessing these two are probably, looking at it now, probably identically the same. So yeah, it's probably one of these, just reskin to John Deere. Nothing wrong with that. In-game headers are perfectly good. And I have to say it looks pretty good, so. And a couple other things to note about this combine too. It looks like they took the pipe off one of the other combines, painted it green, obviously. You can just, if you look at it here, you can see it looks different than the rest of the combine. So, and then the same thing up front here. This bit here, I think they stole it off one of the other in-game combines and put it on the front here. Just painted it green. Again, you can tell it's got a different shine to it. Looks a little different green. Not bad green, mind you, it just looks different. Be kind of nice if they'd make it all the same. Either, make this look like the rest of the combine or the rest of the combine look like this. I'm not sure which way you want to go with that, but yeah, something like that. And again, these tires, I don't know what it is about all the modded John Deere tractors, but all the tires look like exactly the same. I mean, different sizes, mind you, but they look exactly the same. So, not sure what's up with that, but as far as getting dirty, I have no idea if any of this equipment gets dirty. I'm betting that header does. If it's the in-game header, I'm just guessing, but I'm guessing the rest of it don't. So, we'll have to find out. John Deere 9870 STS Combine, by the way, one of the bigger John Deere. Or actually, one of the biggest John Deere combines. Interior definitely leaves a lot to be desired compared to the in-game equipment. Okay, we'll drop that. I probably did not drop that in a real good place, did I? Let's move that. Okay, let's try that again. I'm not sure why down below there it's not actually showing the header attached back there. And I'm guessing the reason they stole this front bit is so it would attach with the header properly. That'd be my guess as to why they stole it. Yeah, I particularly like this head because it'll fold up. That way you can get it down the roads on this map. You can see not the widest of roads, so... Okay, unfold harvester. That'll be interesting to see what unfolds on this thing. I don't see it needs to be unfolded. Yeah, do not see anything moving here. I'm not sure what's unfolding. Oh, it looks like, by the way, too, they probably stole the hitch down here. It kind of looks like. Okay, pipe out, sable straw swath. I think at least... Oh, there's at least forestry mod on this map, too, by the way. That's another one of the mods. I will have to try to remember to put a list up so I can read that off for you guys or put it in the description or something. Quite a few mods on here, so... And let's fold the header. Now, I think it said it was a 40-foot header, but I'm guessing if it's in-game, it's actually 45-foot. Find it here a minute. Yeah, John Deere 640D. That is actually a 40-foot header. If it was a 645, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, this is in-game. Sometime I should probably maybe just buy it and compare it. But I'm pretty sure this is just one of the in-game Case or New Holland headers here. Just repainted. And these are actually, as you can see, 45-foot. But the 640 John Deere is actually 40-foot, not 45. So now if they called it the 645, they'd probably have been okay. I'm guessing that technically would be what this one is. But anyway, just a minor quibble there. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the weeds in the crops here. Probably going to affect our yield. At least it always did anyway. Now, can I turn this on? No, I got to switch to the combine to turn on. Okay. Can I raise it up? No, I cannot. Okay. Kind of annoying. You got to switch between the combine and the header to turn it on and to raise and lower the header. You can see that turning there. Looks kind of cool. You can see the texture isn't quite right on there. It's the wrong way from the looks of it, being stretched. We're seriously going to harvest at 13 miles an hour? Okay, that seems a mite fast. Let's slow that down just a tad, maybe 10. We're not going to slow it down completely, you know, kind of keep things moving here a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if you guys can see that there. We got mirrors from the looks of it. But they're not quite right. If you guys can see the big mirrors there, it's kind of hard to see at times. You got to watch it as I'm moving. But then there's a little mirror off to the right of that one. That, yeah, I'm not sure why. You can see it really good on this side. Wonder, can I adjust these mirrors? Oh, I can. That's point it like that. Can I adjust that middle one? Oh, I can. Yeah, okay, so you guys can see that mirror adjusting. It looks so weird. Anyway, get going here again. And read the comments on the last episode. Michael is asking where I got the little... what happened to my drive controls here? Okay, that was weird. Like something locked up. Michael's asking, where did you get that little thing you hauled the trees with? I'm assuming you mean the little thing behind the tractor that I picked up the whole tree with and just pulled it. Viewer sent me a link to that little doohickey. I believe it is in the mod description list. I will have to try to remember to post an actual link to it for you if I can. To read, he was asking a little weird question for you. Are you a Marieff? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, so I'm going to guess I'm not. Unless you maybe misspelled that means something else. I'm not sure. James Allen was asking, Allen, great name by the way there, was asking, should upload more than one video a day. It's just my imagination. It seems like the steering locks up every now and then. Huh. Unless it's maybe it's my keyboard that's acting up. I don't know. Could be too. Hey, he was asking if I upload 2 videos a day. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. It takes a lot of work to do. I mean, even 1 video takes a bit of time, but 2 videos, wow, that's a lot of work. You know, plus keep in mind too, just because I upload a half-hour a day doesn't mean I play off-screen, you know, to keep things moving a little bit, so you don't see everything I do. That's probably the biggest issue there. You know, I guess I could record a half-hour, then record another half-hour of me playing off-screen, but might get a little boring for you guys. Actually, did the in-game headers have the belt in there? Let's check that a minute. Not that one, not that one. Yeah. Oh, they do. They are belt driven on the bottom. Okay, not the auger like on these headers. Oh, we must have a massive grain tank on this combine. 13%, and we're already at 4,000. Woohoo! We might need a bigger auger wagon, I'm thinking. So yeah, we'll hopefully next episode I'll have that money fixed. Got a few other odds and ends we should probably buy yet. Probably should get some implements like front loaders and stuff like that. Well, we got the front loader and stuff, but we just need to get the like shovel and forks and bale forks and stuff for it. And by the way, I did upload 2 videos there for a while. I was doing my more realistic series and regular series. Back in 2013, I haven't done that yet in 15. I may do that here, I'm not sure. If I come across something interesting, maybe put up 2 videos a day, but yeah, not likely going to happen. Not unless I make this a full-time job, which I have no interest in doing, really. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing on a computer, but to play on it full-time, yeah, I don't think so. And that does not actually sound like a whole lot of fun, because it becomes a job then, I would think. So, if it becomes a job, then it probably doesn't become fun, if that makes sense. RDAllen was saying when you sell logs at the pool, you should take the logs off the trailer with a telehandler or loader and dump them in the pond. Yeah, that would probably look a little better than me backing the trailer down into the pond. That'd be a little more realistic. Not sure how well it would work, though. Have to give that a try. I don't think the front loader would work real well, because I don't think it'll actually fit in between the tall pieces on the trailer there, on the logging trailer. Telehandler might work, I'm not sure. The thing is, the telehandler probably is not going to be able to grab a whole lot of logs off at a time. But. And then someone was saying too, I'm not seeing the comment now, they said for selling at the train station, just tip the trailer over. I thought that was a rather interesting idea. Yes, I know I got that. I remember reading that comment. Let's see what's here. Where is it? Jared here was saying something about John Deere sucks. John Deere sucks. Come on now. It's like the best ones out there, man. Where's the comment? I know someone left a comment about, Adric was saying here you can use the return point function on Courseplay. And, you know, if, I was mentioning that, that was a couple episodes back here. Let's see what's here. When we do a, set it to this mode here, return to the first point here, deactivate it. If you activate this, it'll return to the first point. You know, I was saying I never really could figure out a use for that. Well, he's saying, you know, if your stop point's way over in the corner, you can have him return to the first point in the field, which might be a little bit quicker for you. Because, you know, your first point where you start him will probably be the corner, you know, the beginning corner. So that, yeah, that would be a good use for that. He's basically saying it'll save time from you having to drive it from the far corner to the corner where you actually probably want it to stop at. That'd be a use for that. Yeah, I'm not seeing the comment here. Maybe I went past it. Oh, okay, here's the rest of the comment. Michael was saying there's some good John Deere tractors out there now. You probably don't realize it, but I'm recording the episode right now with some John Deere equipment, so yep. Says he hasn't tried any of them out yet to see just how good they are. Well, that's going to be kind of the purpose of this Let's Play. Figure kind of combine, different map with some John Deere tractors. Game felt like it was really lacking without John Deere tractors. I'm sure you John Deere fans out there probably were realizing that. Crafter's Mind was saying he appreciates the videos. Thank you for that. Also says he likes the auto combine. Very useful. I don't have the auto combine mod yet. This actually map would probably be a good choice for the auto combine. They're not square fields. If you got a square field, I wouldn't personally bother with auto combine. Just use a regular hired helper. But yeah, when you got fields like this, auto combine's probably the way to go, and I should probably look at picking that up again. Same thing would go probably for auto tractor as well. I know they're both out, I just haven't got them yet. Playing on Bjorn home map, didn't see a sense or a need for them. Yeah, I know someone left a comment saying tip the log trailer over at the train sell point. I'm not seeing where that comment is at the moment. Anyway, someone left it somewhere. Oh, Michael commented here too. FS15 1.2 patch is available. Okay, that's good to know. I did not know that yet. So for everyone out there wondering, according to Michael, the 1.2 patch is available. %36% full, and we're at 10,000. This combine must hold like, that's probably about 30, probably won't be quite 30,000. Probably be like 28,000 then or something in the grain tank. Double check, does it say? Probably not. Capacity 10,000. We're a little past that already, I think. We're at 10,852. Okay. Here's the comments. I'm guessing this is Crafter's Mind was also asking, how do you activate the all-wheel and diff locks? That with the drive control mod, it is shift 4, 5, and 6. Each one does 4, I believe, is the all-wheel drive. Rear differentials, I believe, is 5, and front differentials is 6. So shift 4, shift 5, and shift 6. Left shift key, by the way. See if I got this part somewhat correctly. It looks like I do. Crafter's Mind also said, indeed, the rain does clean your vehicles. Interesting. Still cannot find that comment about tipping the trailer over. Oh well. Probably around here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. Anyway. Okay. Well, folks, I think that's probably a pretty good place to call it an episode there. Pipe back in. Now, what do we got planted here? Looks like probably wheat or barley. Yeah, we'll probably have to find another field. That's probably, we'll probably use some of the money I have right now to buy a couple more fields. I don't know about a whole lot of fields, but we'll at least buy, let's look at the map here. We got field 32 we own down there. We kind of own some random fields out in the middle of nowhere. Own field 32 down there. 75, 31, 17, 16, 7, 8, 119. Yeah, there's, I think, 121 fields or something like that on this map, if I remember correctly. I'm seeing 119, the highest number at the moment. If I recall, I think in 2013, I thought I seen 121. No, maybe not. Maybe 119 is the highest one. Anyway, there's a lot of fields on this map, as you guys can see from the map. So, yep. Folks, have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. playing on the MIG Made in Germany map. So thanks for watching, and until next time.